Oh, hello there. My name is Trevor Sparks. I'm from the African Research Association. I'm an anthropologist, meaning I study African tribes. Do you want to hear one? Well, let me talk to you about a very special tribe called the Hadza tribe. But first, let me go do something. As you can see here,
The Hadza tribe is one of the oldest tribes in Africa. They are also the last hunter and gathering tribe to ever exist in present-day Africa. The Hadza tribe is mostly in Tanzania, near the Essay Valley and some of the hilllands. Unlike other modern African tribes, the Hadza don't keep any livestock or crops, instead acquiring them through hunting and foraging from nearby wildlife. The Hadzaean people and their way of old practices make them one of the most interesting tribes I have ever worked on.
all of this is well and great, but let's take a closer look. Let's take a real-life look at what an average day of a Hadza tribe member is like.
When I visited the tribe on my recent research visit, I met a man who worked at the village. His name was Kartel Apukwe. He is 21 years old. He lived in the Hadza tribe near the lake of Ase for 21 years. But his wife, Paula Equite, and his one and only son, Taket Apukwe, lives with him in his small tribe. He is a hunter for the tribe, gathering food for both of the tribe and his family. He had met his wife when his uncle-in-law persuaded him to marry. He said no. Uncle really didn't take no for an answer, so he married anyways. He said that the wedding was great. At least that's what Uncle said. His spearmanship and good coordination had him a very well-known hunter. Although he hadn't learned any education from school, his father had taught him very well and everything he needed to know in his life. After working many years as a hunter, he wishes to retire and spend some time never working in a day's life. You see here, Qualite is a very known huntsman. Being the most popular among the tribe, many locals have praised him. He is very known. It only seems yesterday since his very important ritual, the Impe, had started. The Hadza have a ritual called the Impa. This ritual is celebrated in the dark, as you can see here. The women of the Hadza separate where the Impa man can see them, playing music for the Impa man to hear. The Impa man then wears an outfit made of feathers and bells. He then dances so the woman can hear the bells. Once the woman hears the bells, they come towards him, dancing him with them. This marks the manhood of a Hadza man. The Hadza people believe in a specific type of religion. They believe that there are only two gods. The sun goddess Azuke and the moon god Haini. Both fiancés to each other. Although they don't believe in afterlife, they do believe that when one dies, their body will get sent away to Asuku. They also believe in monkey people, but we won't talk about that. Hadza people love to gamble. I mean really love to gamble. Like insane gambling. Now all of this is fine and dandy, but you might be wondering, what else do the Hadza people have? Well, let me tell you more about them. Specifically, let me tell you their daily life, their average life even if you so call it. This is the average life of the Hadza man. Quilty usually wakes up around 7 p.m. He usually then stretches out, of which then he goes out to eat, as seen here. Mostly every day in his life, for 3 times, Quilty would usually go out into the wild and hunt for food. He would usually hunt for any wildlife, from boars to animals to lions to birds. Everything is on the table for him. It's only a matter of him finding it. It seems here is that his latest hunt has arrived. Quilty, as a hunter, then sneakily passes by the boar. Once he notices that the boar hasn't noticed him, Quilty quickly then acts. Quilty has successfully hunted his food, killing the boar, and now Quilty has finally have his breakfast. Quilty, after successfully eating his food, now commits his favorite act of the day, gambling. Quilty usually loves to gamble in the days, as seen here.
哦，你是男生 pot，有煮什么的 pro gambling happening right now.
However, Quilty will then get an instant sensation, hunger. So then he heads out to acquire his lunch, usually leaving his gamble mid-gamble. Quilty, now in the same savannah, goes out to find his lunch. Not much is different here, only except that he will now have to hunt for his lunch, which usually comes every day in the middle of the day, so nothing too special happens here. It seems like Quilty's most recent trip has been useless. Unless... Yes, a parrot. Now... Quilty, now successful in another hunt, has gained his lunch now. Hopefully he will like Parrot, cause Parrot will be on the menu today. Quilty, now eating his lunch, decides to do something a little bit more wholesomer. Playing with his son. Quilty spends hours on hours a day playing with his son. Playing with him. And playing with him until he gets the sense. He hungers again, so now he will go out for dinner, leaving his son once again. Quilty, now on his midnight hunt, decides to go hunt for dinner again, cause that's usually what you do when you're hungry. You hunt for dinner again. Once again, Quilty seems fruitless until... Quilty, now done this 100 times, usually gets what he needs to do now. And that is the end of their hunt.
Now, Crotte, once again, having finished his hunt, goes to bed at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m., 8 p.m., sleeping until the next. Well, that's the end of it. I hope you like it. I worked very hard on that story. Well, the film parting of it, not the actual telling of it. I'm good at it. Well, it's time for us to go now. It's been a really nice time having you here. But don't fret, I will come back. Maybe I'll even come back to tell you some Asian culture. I'm an entrepreneur. I have many jobs besides this one. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye now. So, goodbye. I'll see you later. Here I go.
This video was by Gage Garrett.
Hey, he's after me.